Hello there. I'm here coming to you from the OWC headquarters studio in Woodstock, Illinois. I'm really excited to be here with you today. Video professionals and creative content makers have always been close to the heart of OWC. Filmmakers are modern-day Renaissance men and women with an amazing ability for creative storytelling while using state-of-the-art technology to do so. Over the next half hour or so, we'd like to show you some things that we believe are going to solve some problems for creative people and make your lives easier. And really, that's what we're all about here at OWC, solving problems for people while making technology easier to use and last longer. We do that in a lot of different ways. No matter who you are, OWC makes something that you'll love. Whether you need to add RAM, replace a hard drive, or buy just about any kind of accessory for your Mac, PC, or iPad, OWC has been the place for you to go. Besides Apple, there is no one who knows Mac better than OWC. Something we really believe in is that we want to stretch your dollar as far as it can go. We build solutions that last, and we specialize in extending the life of all your gear for as long as it can possibly last. Why buy something new every 2 years when you could upgrade the same thing you bought 7 years ago to go just as fast? Longevity is important, and as video professionals, we know that performance is key. OWC has you covered, from offline editing to heavy VFX work, collaboration, and all the way through delivery. Our Envoy Pro portable drives are the fastest, most reliable, and most durable on the market. Our Thunderbay line of RAIDs can store up to 144 terabytes and are the perfect solution for pro editors with big projects. Our Thunderblade is the fastest drive in existence and sizes up to 32 terabytes. The Jellyfish is a seamless way for video teams to collaborate both in the office and remotely. And our line of travel docks and Thunderbolt hubs and docks connect you to your entire ecosystem wherever you're working from. Since I'm here in our headquarters, I'd like to show you something pretty cool that shows how you can continue to use and extend the life of Mac products you had from the past. I can take these internal RAID drives from this 2006 Mac Pro and transition them to our Thunderbay 4 or Thunderbay 8. Whether these are RAIDs, individual volumes, or a mix, everything is seamless plug and play after you make the transition from, any of the technology you may have. You can also move drives from a Thunderbay back to a Mac Pro. We make things easy. We're not locking you into a fixed set of rules. Our job is to make your job easy and provide the flexibility you need to have access to your data, to use your technology however it's best suited for the needs that you're presented with. It's a nice ecosystem. It's built for you. It's built to make your lives easier. And that's what it's all about. OWC is a hardware and software company that solves problems for creative people around the entire Apple ecosystem. To tell you a little more about this, here's Jen.
Otherworld Computing, or OWC, started over 30 years ago out of a barn in Woodstock, Illinois, our Midwestern twist on that ubiquitous Silicon Valley garage. Back then, upgrading your computer was a challenge. Parts and information were hard to find, and Larry thought the industry philosophy of planned obsolescence was just obscene. From the beginning, we were built on empowering people to extend the functionality and lifetime of their equipment, saving precious resources, money, and time. From that single location in Woodstock with a focus on memory, hard drive, and processor upgrades, OWC has grown into a global solutions company designing software and hardware used by everyone from my mom to film and music creators. We still have all those upgrade kits, along with all the external accessories you need to support your workflow. Docks and hubs, adapters, external storage, both direct attached and network attached, hard disk drives, solid state, pocket size to rack size. We've worked hard to simplify all of this amazing technology, making it accessible to everyone. I'm proud of the education and demystification we've done from the beginning. It was that focus on and loyalty to our customers that really sucked me in when I started here almost 25 years ago. I started out in sales, going on to manage that team before heading up product development, and am now OWC's president. The focus on our customers is what spurred our growth into the global company we are today, with offices throughout the US, Europe, and Asia, with further expansion coming in 2022. Stay tuned. We started out as a hardware company, but along the way, we become a software company as well, melding the two to help you solve problems and collaborate with team members. No matter what type of hardware or software you're using, we're here to make your life easier. That commitment to sustainability has always been a core tenet in OWC, long before the word sustainability was being thrown around everywhere. I'd like to share a short video on our commitment to preserving this planet we all share.
From day one, OWC has been committed to sustainability because it ties into everything that we do.
The whole foundation of the company was around sustainability. The impetus for the company was coming up with solutions and products that would help extend the life of technology. We have platinum certified building, we use geothermal, we have wind turbine, now we have solar on the roofs.
It costs a little more, but the investments we make are based on long-term positive impact. Being involved with projects like Kiss the Ground, The Last Place on Earth, Florian Wagner's African waters, these European waters, all these different projects can have a huge impact. Now is certainly the time to get out there and start doing things a little differently, just like OWC. We've all got this beautiful planet, but you've got to take care of it to make sure that this land is here for our kids. Let's have a better tomorrow. OWC, the speed to create, the capacity to dream.
We've been working hard this year to make the lives of content creators and video professionals easier and more fun. To that end, we've acquired Argis Backup, a powerful all-in-one backup application engineered for video workflows. And in January, we acquired LumaForge, creators of the Jellyfish workstation. It's the cornerstone of our shared storage lineup, and we believe is the best solution for video editors working in a collaborative environment. So now, OWC has you covered from ingest to archive, as individuals or in teams. To tell you more about that, here's Josh in Burbank.
The world has changed. The way that we make content has changed. We used to go into the office every day working side by side with our team, but now here I am at our studio in Burbank, California, not missing a beat with my colleagues back in Illinois. Today, some of us are in the office and others work remotely, while still some others split their day between home and the office. We're living in a hybrid world, and that requires hybrid solutions. So we put together a framework for that, whether you're a producer on the go or a video editor delivering 8K HDR shows. This will be part of our forthcoming white paper on workflows in a hybrid work environment. At OWC, we've got you covered in a lot of different ways. You may already know us as a company who makes rock-solid hard drives, versatile docks, or a leader in Thunderbolt technology, but behind that hardware really is a passion for helping creative professionals tell their stories. And what supports it all, integrated into everything, is software. So, to tell you more about that, let's go back to Tim in Woodstock.
At OWC, we know that software is the backbone of hardware. At the center of this is SoftRAID, the software utility built into nearly all of our storage enclosures since 2014. SoftRAID allows you to configure your storage hardware exactly as you need it, whether it's our high-end Thunderblade, the versatile Thunderbay Flex 8, or one of the workhorse Thunderbay 4s. This is because SoftRAID is tightly coupled with each individual drive, allowing it to detect errors and monitor drives with much more precise detail than a hardware RAID can. That's the beauty of software RAID over hardware RAID. It can change as you change. And it's fast. SoftRAID harnesses the multiple cores of Intel and Apple silicon chips in your Mac, which are tremendously more powerful than the legacy chips found in other RAID enclosures. And you're not stuck with using one type of enclosure. If your needs change, you can move your drives to another enclosure and your volumes will continue to work as normal, just as Larry showed earlier. You can even move a SoftRAID volume from a Mac to a PC without missing a beat. Let me show you. Here I have a Thunderblade attached to my Mac. I can just unmount the volume so it disappears from my desktop. Disconnect the Thunderblade from my Mac and plug it directly into a Thunderbolt equipped PC. And the volume will just come up on the PC and show up in the SoftRAID user interface. We know that versatility is critical in modern production workflows. That's why we're introducing Copy That, our new ingest software to help make your days on set easier. With Copy That, you can copy clips from your camera cards to multiple destinations, verifying the copies and generating reports, including camera metadata, checksum, and thumbnails. We believe we built a pretty special workflow for your production needs. So here we have Copy That. It's a very simple user interface. We want to make it as seamless and easy to use as possible. We just copy the source to the sources, we copy the destination to the destination, we give it our import and name, and we hit the little checkbox to tell it to start copying. Copy that just goes and does the copy for us. It will verify it. It will also read the source a second time if necessary. As you can see, it makes the process of ingesting video really easy. And now I'm going to pass it off to Chris.
Production workflows can be complicated and unique. We think through every stage of how people work and then deliver custom solutions that solve their individual problems. One of the critical links in any pipeline is the handoff from production to post, with ingest being the tip of the spear. How you get the files to every department that needs them is another link in the pipeline we aim to make as stress-free as possible. You may be used to working with our classic RAID solutions like the Thunderbay 4 or Thunderbay 8, which have been workhorses for years, powered by the configurability of SoftRAID. But as workflows evolve, the need for next-generation hardware is upon us. We've created a shuttle system for your media that works perfectly with our flagship RAID product, the Thunderbay Flex 8. You can start by ingesting right here through the built-in dock. Inside, the Flex 8 has 8 drive bays that you can mix and match high-performance NVMe drives with high-capacity spinning disks in one enclosure. You'll get the blazing speed of the fastest drive technology available alongside massive storage capacity. And if you need more, you can expand with the built-in PCIe card slot, like a 10 gig Ethernet card. It's really an all-in-one solution for your workflow. Let me show you how this works. As we said, you can configure the Flex 8 however you like. This one has 6 spinning disks set as a RAID 5 volume. In 2 of the upper bays, we have NVMe drives. You can see they appear as 3 separate volumes here on my desktop. In traditional workflows, you take your external drive, like our Envoy Pro FX, and ship it right off to post. That's great. It's a tried and true workflow. But for a more efficient process, we've designed a next generation workflow to keep up with the speed your team needs. I'll eject and remove these U2 shuttle drives containing our media from the Flex 8 and send them directly over to my editor, Steven. And what Steven might not even realize is that this single U2 shuttle is actually 4 NVMe drives rated together in one volume. The Flex 8 storage platform lets you have RAID capacities up to 144 terabytes of spinning disk storage, with the option of using U2 shuttles, which can store up to 32 terabytes of high-performance storage each. You have the benefit of huge capacity with the versatility of handing off an individual drive right to post. With the power of the Helios NVMe interchange system, you can get right to work with the fastest drives on the market. To show you how powerful this is, here's Steven.
Welcome to the OWC Workflow Lab in Burbank, California. I'm here to share with you some great OWC products that are going to help you rethink what is possible in post-production workflows. Let's start with the Envoy Pro FX drive that Chris sent over. This is full of some ProRes 4K 444 media, and I'm going to copy that over onto my desktop. It's about 72 gigabytes, and it looks like it'll take less than a minute. That's pretty fast. While that's happening, let's take a look at what life was like on an old hard drive. You've probably got a lot of these laying around your office. I'm going to go ahead and mount this. And on that drive, I've got a Final Cut Pro library. Open that up. Looks like the transfer from the other drive is just finishing. That was fast. All right. So this Final Cut Pro library, again, reading directly off this old hard drive, is going to try to play back some 4K ProRes 444 media. And it's trying, it's choking, and it failed. Well, it was a good try. Well, let's take a look at why that happened. I'm going to open up a disk speed utility and run it on that old slow drive. All right, okay. I'm seeing about 80-ish megabytes per second. That makes sense because a single stream of 4K ProRes 444 is higher than that. So that makes sense why that wouldn't work. And now we're getting to the read speeds, which are going to be about the same. Let's try that same test on the Envoy Pro FX that Chris sent over. All right. Wow, okay, that's quite a difference. 1700, 2400. I'm no mathematician, but that's 20 times faster, at least. And what that means is that you've got a drive that's this small, it's super portable, it's crazy fast. So when you want to copy footage out in the field, or if you even need to edit off this directly, all of that's possible. Let's take a look at the other drive that Chris sent over. This was the U.2 shuttle. And remember, he had this mounted inside a Flex 8, and he was able to ingest media in the field directly to this while simultaneously ingesting to the RAID array portion of the Flex 8. When that was done, he just popped it out and sends it over to me. I'm going to load it into this Helios interchange system. and you're going to see how easy this is. Now that's going to mount here on my desktop. And what I did is I had loaded this up with the Final Cut Pro project, the same one that was playing on that old slow drive. When I launch this, let's see how it performs on the U.2 shuttle. So here we are. Playback is smooth as can be, stutter-free, no drop frames. That's not too surprising given how much faster it was, but look at what else it can do. Now we're playing 4 streams of 4K ProRes 444 real time, no stutters, no drop frames, but it can do even more. How about 16 streams of ProRes 4K 444, all directly off of this U.2 shuttle. It's amazingly fast, and it can go all the way up to 32 terabytes. But what if you need that kind of speed, but you don't necessarily need the interchange system? Well, for that, we have the Thunderblade. This is a plug-and-play Thunderbolt device with 4 NVMe drives rated together using SoftRAID. That lets it also go up to 32 terabytes. And in this all-metal enclosure that's built like a tank also serves as its heatsink. And that means you can run this all day long without breaking a sweat. What if you need even more storage than 32? Well, for that, we have the Thunderbay 8. The Thunderbay 8, as you might imagine, has 8 bays in it. And you can configure that with either spinning disks, which gets you all the way up to 144 terabytes, all right on your desk, or you can put SSDs in it, and that gives you that same level of performance as the other SSD-based products from OWC. All of these are amazing, and they give you the plug-and-play convenience of Thunderbolt and all the speed that gives you. What if you need to go even faster? Well, that's when we're going to need a PCIe-based solution like the Excelsior. Let's check it out on this other Mac Pro. Inside this Mac Pro is the Excelsior 8M2. It's a PCIe-based solution that you install inside the Mac Pro. You're going to see why that's important in just a minute. Let's take a look at a speed test on the 8M2 to see what it can do. Now remember, this is the same test we ran on the other Mac, and on the old drive, it was hitting about 80 megabytes per second. When we ran this on the OWC gear, we were getting about 2400 megabytes per second. That's amazing speed, but check out what this can do. Running this speed test on the Excelsior 8M2, we're getting about 10,000 megabytes per second read and write. It's incredible. This is performance that was unheard of until just now. In fact, when this drive first came out, the speed test couldn't even measure that level of speed. It's incredible. Now breaking speed utilities is fun, but what about when it comes to doing real work in the real world? That's when we're going to take a look at Final Cut Pro running directly off of the 8M2. I'm going to open up a library filled with 8K ProRes 444 media. Each one of these is a massive file. We've got 16 of them loaded in this library, and you can see it's not rendered. Let's see if it can handle it. Here we are. We're playing back 16 streams of 8K ProRes 444 in Final Cut Pro. This is just unthinkable performance. Now, what if you need to go even faster? What if you need 12K media? Let's open up another project inside this same library. And this time we've got 12K ProRes 444 media in a multi-clip timeline. This time you're going to see 8 streams. Here it goes. Final Cut Pro playing 12K ProRes 444 media all directly off of the Excelsior 8M2. This means you could cut a multi-stream 12K concert in real time. It's amazing. Now, what if you work in the VFX industry, or you're a colorist and you work in image sequence formats like EXR or DPX? These are incredibly heavy codecs. In fact, 1 second of 4K EXR is over a gigabyte. So let's fire up DaVinci Resolve and take a look at that kind of media. Now, inside DaVinci, I've got a project built out with 9 streams of 4K EXR. Remember, 1 second of this is a gigabyte. And here we are. DaVinci Resolve playing real time. I'm going to loop the timeline so you can see what happens. 9 streams of 4K EXR in real time, and it just seamlessly loops. If you work in the VFX industry or you're a high-end colorist, this is insane. What about if you work in a team environment and you need to collaborate with others in the same office or remotely? Well, that's when you need the Jellyfish. Before I finish up here in DaVinci Resolve, I'm going to add a title and then save it out to the Jellyfish so that the rest of my team can take it to the next level. There we go. The Jellyfish is incredible hardware coupled with an incredibly versatile software ecosystem. And to learn more about it, I'll hand it over to Gergana.
The Jellyfish was born from the need to edit video together as a team. And the Final Cut Pro community was where the Jellyfish took its first steps. It was the first solution that allowed Final Cut Pro teams to have centralized storage that is fast, easy to use, and supported by like-minded creatives. Software is an essential part of the Jellyfish experience, and in the past year, we expanded the Jellyfish ecosystem by including Kino for Jellyfish and Jellyfish Media Engine. With these tools, video teams are able to manage and organize their clips and transcode them directly on their Jellyfish server, a workflow that proved to be extremely useful for remote collaboration. And to take it even further, we built integrations with some of the most loved software collaboration tools that our customers use. Video teams are now able to automatically sync Frame.io projects with folders on their Jellyfish without going through a workstation. You can also use your Jellyfish as your post-lab server and manage your tasks and Final Cut libraries locally. These are the first integrations of their kind, and we'll continue to work hard with our partners to provide more solutions that help collaboration locally and remotely. To show you a little bit of the remote side, let's go to Ronny in Belgium.
Hello everyone. I'm at OWC European headquarters in Brussels, and it's so great to be sharing with the Final Cut Pro community again. Even before the pandemic, we were thinking about remote work. For some, this meant moving to the cloud. But what is the cloud? Actually, it's just some space that you rent on someone else's server with increasing storage fees and where they are the gatekeeper to your work, not you. So we thought, what if you could own your own private cloud? And actually that's very easy to do with the Jellyfish. Let me show you how. Any Jellyfish can be set up as a remote private server. Here, I use Jellyfish Connect on my Mac to log into Steven's Jellyfish in Burbank, about 6,000 miles away. As you can see, I can mount any folders of the Jellyfish on my desktop. I can use Jellyfish Media Engine in a browser window to view, transcode and download any clips that are stored on the remote Jellyfish. But what's more, I've set up a watch folder that automatically syncs the Jellyfish in Burbank to my local Flex 8. So I always have an up-to-date copy of any projects and media on the Jellyfish. I see that Steven has updated our project, so I'll take it from here and keep working on it using the media on the Flex 8. How sweet is this? No matter where you are, OWC makes it possible to seamlessly collaborate with your team. And as a global company, we also want to make sure that all our clients get the best possible service and support for our products, anywhere in the world. OWC has been growing rapidly in Europe. Our large distribution and support center in Belgium services and ships to the international market, providing top-level sales and customer support in Europe, Africa and the Middle East. Along with hundreds of local resellers and distributors, our Brussels headquarters expands availability, decreases delivery times and enhances the localized support that has always set OWC apart. As you can see, OWC provides end-to-end solutions for every step of your production, from ingest to delivery, with local service and support for our products. And once your projects are delivered, you will want to archive all your valuable media. We've got some great solutions for that, and I'll hand it to Tim to tell you more.
Thanks, Ronny. In addition to providing the power and capacity for storing your data, OWC believes that protecting your data is of the utmost importance as well. That's why we have RJust software. Built on the ultra-reliable Brew engine, RJust software provides far more than a simple copy of your data. It parses your Final Cut Pro library and finds every clip used regardless of its location and copies it to your archive. We've also added a new level of control by including new selection options, allowing you to easily manage the backup of your active projects or even your system's full Final Cut Pro environment. It's as simple as clicking on a menu option. You can also choose to back up a single project from your Final Cut Pro library. It's as simple as dragging and dropping a project from your Finder or desktop into the application. Once selected, the clips and other assets, including motion templates and FX plug files, will be included in the backup automatically. RJust is comprehensive in its reliability as well. By adding internal checksums, error checking and correction, and full file system metadata automatically, Arjust is the most robust and reliable backup whether you're using a disk drive, the cloud, or LTO tape. It's really a one-stop shop for your backups. With Arjust server software, OWC's Jupyter line of storage can be expanded anywhere from 20 terabytes to multiple petabytes of storage. And with our new tape automation solutions, your backup and archival operations can be fully hands-off with multiple copies, versioning, and full remote control access. When you're ready for archiving, you can copy everything to LTO tape with the Mercury Pro LTO. And with the upcoming LTO Dyne, you can get as much as 18 terabytes on a single tape. LTO tape is by far the most cost-effective storage format on the market. It's also the most secure. Every tape is air-gapped, protecting your work from any kind of malware, electrical event, or system bug. That's the beauty of this product line, and it's something we've worked hard on as we design and build all of our software and hardware. We are also passionate about making these solutions available to everyone. To tell you more about that, let's go back to Josh in Burbank.
Hello again. So we've shown you all the different ways OWC high performance storage can accelerate your video workflow, as well as how you can collaborate with the Jellyfish. But we want to figure out how to make that more accessible to more people. You might be working on a project right now that could use the collaborative power of a Jellyfish, but getting the green light to purchase is starting to get complicated. So today I'd like to announce a new program we're launching called Fast Forward from OWC. We've spent years making our products easy to use and fast. Well, now we're going to make them easy to buy. Starting next week, you'll be able to get your team a Jellyfish and related accessories like 10 gig adapters and LTO drives, along with our software and support as a subscription. It's Jellyfish as a service. So 2 sizes of Jellyfish Mobile will be available at launch, with our larger models available in the new year and additional hardware and software coming throughout 2022. So for those teams that needed a Jellyfish yesterday, we think this is going to be a game changer. You can learn more about Fast Forward at macsales.com/fastforward. And you'll also be able to find out more when we launch OWC.com next year. For a sneak peek at that, let's go to Rick in Woodstock.
Hi, I'm Rick, and I'm here with Ani and Brenda. And we're here to give you a first look of the brand new OWC.com that'll be launching early next year.
What we've done is rebuild a space where the entire OWC family of sites can be found for a cohesive experience. Here you'll get everything you love from macsales.com, SoftRAID, LumaForge, Newer Tech, and more, all in one place.
You'll get customer stories of OWC gear in action, in-depth product information. You can sign up for the Fast Forward program, hear stories from the road on OWC radio, stay current with our Rocket Yard blog, and of course, find a way to get your OWC solutions.
We think the new website is going to make it easier for you to connect with everything you love about OWC, and we can't wait to see you there when it launches in January. But right now, let's go back to Larry to wrap things up.
Keeping hardware and solutions from the past relevant today, making the latest stuff even better. Folks, we've covered a lot today. We've seen how the Envoy drives are a fast and efficient way to get your projects to others. We've seen the versatility of the Thunderbay Flex 8 with its 8 drive bays for super fast NVMe storage alongside huge capacity RAIDs all in one enclosure. We got to see the Thunderblade and accessory 8M2 running at speeds that literally break the clock. And we got an update on Jellyfish and the groundbreaking remote collaboration possibilities with integrations and partners like Frame.io. We're so excited about all the new endeavors we've been working on. It's so inspiring for us to see all the ways smart people are using our hardware and software to create so many amazing things. It's an honor to be a part of the Final Cut Pro community, and we look forward to blazing new trails with you in the future. You are why we're here. You're also why all these great solutions exist. Your support and your feedback are really what make these solutions possible and inspire everything we do at OWC each and every day. Thank you, stay safe, and until we see you again, always onward and upwards.